everybody, it's Christine and welcome to another episode of Stealing Saturday. This week I am stealing from someone whose work I am constantly going to for inspiration, and that is Jana. I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm not even going to try, but her YouTube channel is Jana Run Glue Scissors, and I will link you up to her channel down below. Now, she has a really cool mixed media style that she also brings in a lot of white space too. And her layouts for about the last year, every time I see one of her layouts, it just really catches my eye as I'm going through my feed. And so when I started this series, she was someone I had specifically in mind that I wanted to copy because I think all the time, ooh, I really want to copy her. That's a really cool idea. So today I am copying a very recent layout of hers that she used a wave all the way across. She cut her wave out on her silhouette and then she watercolor painted it. I'm putting a Christine twist on it, and that I don't want to get out my silhouette and I don't want to really deal with watercolor paints at the moment either. So I am just hand cutting waves. What I did to get started is I looked at her layout and I kind of drew out the basic shape of what her wave going across looked like. And so I could kind of follow the curves and such. Now, this is a really easy way, if you don't have a fancy electronic cutting machine, to pull some of the techniques out. When you see things like this, it's possible to just cut it on your own. And quite honestly, by the end of it, I don't think you can even really tell that I hand cut it versus the fact that I didn't use an electronic cutting machine. So don't let that intimidate you when you see those layouts. Think about if there's a way you could do it yourself. Now, her cut file that she used had white space in between the waves to add movement and such. So the way I am mimicking that is I am just using my craft knife and cutting some strips out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think this was going to work that well, but as I went, the more I added to it, I really loved how this turned out. And I will definitely be employing this technique again because it just adds so much, which you see the before, you see how the waves kind of looked at the start. And then you're going to see in a minute here how they look once I've done all the cutting. Now, I am not going to make you sit here and watch me do all of it with my craft knife. You can get the idea from me just doing this one piece. But I really tried to follow the movement of the wave and just build from there. Now, I am using a homemade kit that is in my How to Kill a Kit from June, which I am going to extend to July. So if you've been watching to see what my new kit is for this month, I only used it once last month, and so I decided I'm just going to extend it to July. I did add in a few more beach pieces, but not a lot because I still had stuff I wanted to use. So I'm using that as my basis for this whole layout today. So now you can see how it looks with all those parts that I cut out with my craft knife. Really just a fun, easy way to add awesome detail. And you totally cannot tell that that is hand cut versus cut out on a machine. Not at all. So that is a definite bonus as well. And now I'm just playing around with the exact placement of where I want things. I'm trying to mimic the overall style of hers because I just love how it landed. It obviously, not using the exact same cut file is going to not achieve the exact same look, but it is coming pretty close at this point. Now, like I said, Jana, she does a really amazing job with white space, and I do not. I don't often have a whole lot of white space. One of the things I love about her style is that she's awesome with white space, but she's also very detailed. So that is not lacking in her projects. It's not what I wouldn't say it's simple at all. But she does have the cleanness with the white space. So I really love that about her, and I love the way she incorporates mixed media. Again, that's not an area that's necessarily my strength, but I do like to play with it. And one of the things she did on her layout was add in some mist splatters, and so I am doing that as well. Both, I'm going to add in some of that turquoise color and I may add in a little bit more later, we'll see. But I definitely wanted to bring that element in. Now, I'm going to matte my picture on white. She did that also. And back it was some patterned paper. Again, she did that also. Her picture was a square. I'm doing a little more of a rectangle because I don't want to totally lose my son's whole life jacket there, because quite honestly, maybe the last time he's wearing a life jacket in a picture, because he's getting old enough that he's learned how to swim. So I don't want to forget that when the last time I saw that thing was. I'm also kind of bringing in all the colors at this point. So you can see, obviously, I've got that turquoise going in the waves. I'm bringing in the blue and yellow, which are in his life jacket. And then I'm going to add on my title. And this comes from the Paradise Found Beach collection from Paper House Productions. And it just says Ocean Air and Salty Hair. I didn't have a real good option for a title. And so this was cute. The colors worked, and so I went with it. And I like the way it looks on the picture there. So it worked. I really kind of struggled with what to do for the title. Now I am going to go ahead and add in some darker blue mist just to bring in a pop of that dark blue throughout as well. Now comes the fun part, adding in all the embellishments. Now that I'm totally done with the background and my photo block area, I've got everything ready to roll. So I'm going to add some baker's twine to that tag that I created, and I'm going to use just an adhesive dot to secure the end because I don't want it to crash into the waves. I want it to flow with it. And then I'm going to bring in some 3D stickers. These are also from Paper House Productions. A nice beach theme. I'm going to bring in a palm tree on the side of the picture there. And I also brought in a little sticker up there that says love this. And then I'm going to add a journaling. I've got the journaling spot down there. I've got some 3D stickers down there, and I'm going to add some border stickers to the top and bottom. Now this totally strays from what Jana did. Here she would probably go just straight up for the white space. I just couldn't do it. I needed more. My personal style needed more from just the white background. And so I decided to pull out these doodlebug borders to add to it. And you can see I added a turquoise and a yellow one up top and just a turquoise one at the bottom. My journaling spot also strays away from what she did by bringing more into that right-hand corner. But again, it was kind of just my personal design style. And that's kind of the point of this whole thing, is like, take a jumping off point on Stealing Saturday and then run with it in your own direction. So thank you so much for being here today. Be sure to head over to Jana's channel. I can't wait to see what she is stealing from me. And I will be back next week with another Stealing Saturday.